Coming up today on YOLO, Texas.
I am so excited. As a private pilot, I get to fly a T6A Texan.
All our recipes are time-tested. My family's been doing this for hundreds of years.
The names of all your wines are hilarious.
Yeah.
Who comes up with that?
Oh, everyone, it's a group effort.
No.
Join us on our trip across Texas.
Hey everybody, we are here in Del Rio, Texas at Laughlin Air Force Base, which happens to be the birthplace of many of our nation's Air Force pilots. I am so excited. As a private pilot, I get to fly a T6A Texan. But first things first, I've got to do a little bit of training and go try on a flight suit, which I'm also very happy about. So let's go do that.
So this is just a standard helmet. Now on your helmet, you're gonna encounter a oxygen mask. So this oxygen mask has an inhalation-exhalation valve and it's comp capable.
The T6 is equipped with 2 of these Martin Baker Mark 16 seats, and they have a whole ton of connections to keep them secure in the aircraft and secure during the ejection sequence.
Do any of the pilots that you guys train wear cowboy boots for the training? Probably not typical.
Probably
right?
not, though.
So we're pretty much going to simulate you hanging from a parachute right now.
Okay.
Is that all right?
All right, works for me.
All right, now slowly sit down, make sure you're actually caught into place. All right. Once you're looking at that, you're looking at the terrain, make sure you're not gonna land into any like cows or cactuses, right? You wanna avoid those at all costs. Reach up, grab those red toggles. All right, and you're steering into what?
Into the wind.
Into the wind, that's correct.
Hey, how's it going?
So starting off with a flight suit. So you will be issued a flight suit. When it comes to boots and flight gloves, you want to make sure that you have designated non-steel toe boots and you wear your flight gloves at all times correctly.
Colonel President, thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited about being here for a lot of reasons. But for folks who don't know, what's the primary mission of Laughlin Air Force Base?
Well, and welcome, JB, and we're excited to have you here. Our primary mission here at Laughlin Air Force Base is to train the Air Force's newest pilots. So we describe it as we build airmen, leaders, and pilots, and on a given year, we'll run around 400 to 500 pilots through their initial, what we call undergraduate pilot training, where they receive their wings and then go off onto their advanced major weapon systems from Laughlin.
What attracted you to the Air Force in the first place?
To be honest, I think most of us that are of my age would lie if we said that somehow Top Gun didn't influence us to some degree. So
I was gonna say, the last time I wore something like this was to a Halloween party.
And you were Maverick or something
yeah,
like that?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. Yeah. So certainly at a young age, I just had this desire to fly. My dad was actually in the Army Air Corps. So there was certainly a family influence there, but going through high school, some other opportunities, and I'm very grateful they did present themselves, and I was able to enter the Air Force and become a pilot.
What are the primary planes that you guys train in here?
So what we'll do is when folks arrive, they'll enter into 3 phases. It takes about 12 months for a student pilot that comes to Laughlin Air Force Base. That first phase is ground school. So they'll do a number of academic classes, they'll do a number of tests, and then they enter phase 2, which is the T6, which is our primary trainer here, and it is across the Air Force. And then when they complete that, they'll track to one of 2 other airplanes, primarily. The first one is the T-38, which is our fighter bomber track, again, another 6 months. Or they'll go to the T-1, which is where our tanker transport pilots will go. Advanced navigation, advanced cross-country, advanced instruments, before they go off to any number of aircraft, whether that be tankers, large cargo aircraft, etc.
So, you know, being based here in Del Rio, I mean, do you get off base much to get around the city?
We do. All these great things that you hear about Del Rio, whether it's the wild game dinner or the Fiesta de la Amistad or any of the number of these events. There weren't as many of those last year, unfortunately, for understandable reasons. But the Military Affairs Association, our civic leaders, the people of Del Rio are some of the nicest people that we've ever met in our 22, 23-year career.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to give me this background, and seriously, I'm itching to get up in this plane. I'm ready to wrap this thing up so I can get out there. But I appreciate everything you're doing for us. For the country, this being the engine of a lot of the pilot creation is a pretty cool mission. So thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thanks JB, and great to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you after the flight.
Thanks so much.
Awesome, great.
Yeah,
thanks for
appreciate
being
it.
here.
We got Mafia 01 will be us today out there. We're going to be leading the formation out. We'll be taking off at approximately 14:18 is what we're looking for. And then we have Mafia 02, which will be Trigger and Low-Key flying with us out there today. Don't bring any explosive things. That's probably a good idea. Cool. Or alcohol. Don't bring that.
Cool. So 3, 2, 1. Yep, that was good.
Any burning questions right now?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm super excited. Should be fun.
Really excited.
Yeah, you should be. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll get to go upside down and do the fun stuff.
I never thought I'd get to fly in one of those, so we did a bunch of turns, we did a couple loops. I got some stick time, which was great. It's a dream come true to fly a T6, but I flew, I got dunked, and now I need a shower. Adios.
Up next, we head to a New York restaurant right here in Texas.
In Houston, there's thousands of places to eat. However, I love coming to this Houston staple. All right, Ziggy, holy cow, this looks and smells amazing. Can you tell me what we have here today?
Okay, well, what we have is some of our famous hits over here.
Okay.
We have a #1 there, which is corned beef and pastrami. We cure our own corned beef and pastrami here and smoke it. We use a hardwood smoke on our pastrami, and you can taste the difference.
Okay. Can I dig in right now?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
no, just don't. Yeah, don't look. Just go
so,
in.
is there a way
Look,
I need to
I'll
do
tell
this,
you
or
this.
just kind of keep?
You just feel committed.
Okay.
And you go for it with 2 hands.
So this is definitely, y'all, a two-handed sandwich.
Yes, 2 hands.
Okay.
And
then you
just
go
dig,
in.
go in,
Okay.
go for it. Go for it.
Ziggy, okay.
That's it. Go. Dig in.
Goodbye.
There it is.
It's
All right.
amazing. Wow. So I am a huge potato fan. Like papas are my calling.
You're gonna love it.
It is a potato pancake. That's the best description.
Well, it's a latte, we call it, but yes. We've been here now 22 years. My family has been in the delicatessen restaurant business for 3 generations.
Wow.
We had the first delicatessen on Broadway called the Rialto Delicatessen Restaurant. Me personally, I've operated, besides New York, I've operated in Los Angeles on Sunset Boulevard. For many years, we had Ziggys Delicatessen restaurant.
Wow, so this is like a family business, and you guys have a ton of tradition here,
Yes.
I would assume.
And hopefully my kids, when they get older, they will come into my business so we can have a fourth generation, which would be very, very nice.
That's incredible. This is a staple here in Houston. What's the history behind it, and why is it so special?
Well, we came here 22 years ago, and people were expecting something better because there's a substantial Jewish community here. We have ended up becoming the #1 New York-style Jewish delicatessen restaurant in the United States, and we're not even in New York because we are truly a throwback. All our recipes are old recipes, but are time-tested. Like I said, my family's been doing this for hundreds of years.
For generations.
So we know what we're doing.
So I was told that when you first got here, you were like, what is this place? What is this town?
Yeah, well,
but then you stayed.
Yeah,
so why is that? Why is
it's
Houston so
true.
special?
When I was coerced, when they first asked me, someone asked me, would you like to come to Houston, Texas? And I was like, Houston, Texas? I said, are they gonna like this food? Are they gonna enjoy it? I cook pretty traditional and I don't wanna water it down. He said, just come take a look. I came, took a look. I saw how cosmopolitan Houston was. It was very shocking. I said, this is like the best kept secret in all of the United States. I have never met people so genuine and so nice like the people here in Houston.
That's so good to hear. Yeah, here we don't have a lot to do, but the food scene and food and drinks, that's what you do in H-Town.
There is no, but I'll tell you something, in the 22 years that I've been here, I have seen Houston's food evolve even better.
Exactly.
There are a lot of different chefs that are just so talented and creative. So I'm glad to be part of it. I think we definitely fill a niche. Are you ready for dessert?
So ready.
Okay, no problem. So we're gonna clear this up and then we're gonna get someone to bring us some dessert.
All right.
Okay? Okay, so we got a small piece of strawberry cheesecake.
Small.
Yes,
Small.
we got some rugelach.
Ooh.
Okay,
So
and babka.
what should I try first?
Okay, why don't we start with one of the rugelach? There are 3 different flavors. I got chocolate,
Okay.
I got raspberry and apricot. So dig in. That's made with a cream cheese sour cream dough.
The chocolate is very rich.
We only use Belgian chocolate
Okay.
here, and that's why it's richer than most
Wow.
stuff. Now, what we're incredibly famous for, and we win all the awards,
Okay.
is our New York cheesecake.
So this is a traditional
This
New
is a
York
traditional
cheesecake. Wow.
And it's got the more effect. You want to
What's
eat
the
more.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, you'll have to pay us a visit when we move to the new store. Because now, when you're having that pastrami sandwich, you can have a cocktail.
You know me too well already, Ziggy. It's dangerous. I would be here all the time.
All right.
Oh. Coming up, we head to the Hill Country to visit a vineyard with a spooky twist.
Hey y'all, we are in Dripping Springs where we are at one of the newest tasting rooms in the Texas Hill Country. Graveyard Vineyards has a headstone dedicated to every wine you can think of. From sparkling to Cabernet to even a chocolate dessert wine, there is something to scare up your palate here at this Lone Star tasting room. Graveyard Vineyards is a very unusual name.
It is. It comes from our winery where we make the wine. It's got a cemetery on it with all the grapes around it. And when we were naming the winery, we decided to kind of just embrace it, and it's kind of become our theme, and we like to have fun with it.
I was looking on your website and the names of all your wines are hilarious.
Yeah.
Who comes up with that?
Oh, everyone, it's a group effort. My family owns it, so my mom and dad, they'll think of it, I'll think of it, my brothers, sisters, I mean, everyone has a little bit of input into it. And
What's your favorite one so far that y'all named?
oh, you know, the simple ones, Mortal's Inn, that's a good one. Ancient Rituals is a cool one.
Yeah.
There's so many, it's hard to choose.
There's so many, I know. I was scrolling last night. I was like, this is so cool. Y'all are based in California and y'all have a tasting room here in Texas.
That's right, yeah.
Can you tell us how y'all made that jump?
Over the years, we've been there 15 years and we have a lot of club members from Texas. They come to taste wine at Paso Robles. They talked to us, they said, come check out the Texas wine country. And we did, and we liked it, and we decided to join in. That's the story, yeah.
Are you going to produce a Texas wine?
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll do a Texas wine. I really like some of the Tempranillos, Tenants.
You mentioned y'all have a wine club. How does somebody join this wine club?
It takes absolutely nothing to join it. There's no fees. You get a discount and you get your wine, basically.
Well, I am very excited to taste some of your wines. So do you mind if we go do that right now?
Let's do it. We're gonna start with our sparkling wine. It's called the Ascender. It's a brut style wine made with French Colombard grapes.
I love sparkling wine. So crisp, small bubbles. Tastes very fruity, got some honeydew in there. I really like this, so I'm gonna keep drinking it.
This red is made of Petite Syrah, and Cab.
I'm not a big red drinker, but I really like this.
That is the crowd pleaser.
I can see why.
It's the #1 seller, the most popular wine, what we're known for.
All right, so this is our chocolate dessert wine. It's infused with chocolate. It's got alcohol and red wine in it. It's fantastic.
Oh my God, the smell's got me already. The explosion of flavor in your mouth is just insane.
So before you finish that,
Okay.
you have to try one more thing. This is our special mix we do. 1 part chocolate wine, about 3 parts sparkling.
This for me is like perfect. I get sweet and with the bubbles. I am so glad that y'all came from California here to the Texas Hill Country. Texans need to know all about this wine.
Well, thank you.
Any day with wine is a perfect day for me. I'm gonna bury myself in some graveyard wine because it's to die for. See what I did there?
Coming up next, we head west for some world-class chili.
Keep up with all things YOLO Texas and find out where we're off to next by following along every journey through Instagram.
Take a piece of our travels with you. On your next adventure, shop our exclusive store for shirts, mugs, and even masks. To celebrate what it means to be a true traveling Texan, head on over to YOLOTX.com for all things YOLO Texas. We'll see y'all on the road.
Good morning, y'all. It's official chili cook-off day here in Terlingua, Texas. People started cooking about 8 o'clock and turn-ins at high noon, but first, we're gonna get some omelets. Old cowboys used to do it in a plastic bag in the desert. A little bacon, some onions, a bit of jalapeno. All right. Now we seal it all up, take it down to the water to boil.
This is called cowboy camp. So we came over here to kind of get away from people. And now, everybody comes here. Lauren K.
Really good. This thing's fantastic. The best part is I didn't have to cook it.
Hello, Jay.
Good to see you, Kathleen.
Good to see you.
So I'm here with my friend Kathleen Talbot Ryan. She's a daughter of one of the founders of the Cookoff. And I just wanted you to give us the quick spiel of your dad's involvement and now your involvement. How long have you been coming out here?
Well, I've been coming here since 1970.
A long time.
My dad, Frank X. Talbot, the Texas historian, and wrote the book about Ebola Red.
Oh, yeah.
The history of chili con carne.
Yeah.
Well, his favorite place in Texas was the Big Bend. So he and his PR guy, Tom Tierney, decided that they wanted to have a chili cook-off in his favorite place.
It's a fun time.
It is.
Yeah,
we love it.
As soon as I pull out of those gates, I'm counting down the days for the following year. Thanks so much for telling that story.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy to be involved with this.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, of course. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Our rules are have a good time, try to turn in something that you're proud of, and then last, if you get to place, that's awesome.
Low and slow.
Low.
Chili to me is like playing craps. You're either going to make it or you're not.
Yes, if you get a first, you automatically qualify.
Yeah.
If you get a first out here, you're qualified for live.
Yeah.
And but you have to have 9 points. So I had to hit a bunch of cook-offs, you know.
Yeah, accumulate them.
Yeah, to get my 9 points. No.
That's awesome. What do you think your chances are today? You like your chances?
I like my chances with
Yeah.
the chili today.
That's good. That's good. So what's that right in there? That little silver.
It's a tea ball. It's made to put tea grounds in, but I've got spices and stuff in it. So I can take it out and it won't get in here. It just gets the flavor in there.
It's what we call a 3-dump chili, where we have 3 separate 1, 2, 3, and then we add at certain times.
The cooks are turning in their chili. They cooked it all. They're turning it in. They're going to tear off their tickets. We're going to give them little green tickets. They'll go over and get a T-shirt. We're going to give them a goodie bag, and we're going to hope for the best.
My main criteria when I'm looking at them is would I want a whole bowl of this? I like the spicy more than the sweet. Texture is important. I like it to have, be pretty firm. I don't want it mealy or anything like that.
So I judged 25 chilies. I'm pretty full. Not sure who the winner is, but I feel like a winner because I got to eat a lot of chili, drink a lot of tequila, and now I'm going to stumble my way back to camp. So we'll see y'all later.